and welcome back to my channel. I am Jordan, and today I'm here with a wrap-up slash TBR. I'm combining the two because I don't think we need two different videos for it, to be honest. And yeah, we're going to be talking about all things books. But I'm Jordan. If you haven't already, definitely click that subscribe link. You won't regret it. And also engage with the channel. You know, I always write back. I love the conversations below. And let's talk about it. So if any of these books pop out to you, let's discuss them. Without further ado, let's get into, should I do wrap up first or what I plan on reading? All right, so let's actually get started with the books that I read this month. Okay, so I'm going to go in the order of the books that I love the most to least. So the book that I loved the most was Cast. Spoiler alert, you guys probably already saw my standalone review. If you haven't, go check it out because this is a wrap up. I can only talk so much about the book. Just know that I really liked the book a lot. I recommend that you read it. I purchased it to own, so you know I really liked it. But Cast is the follow up to Isabel Wilkerson's novel, The Warmth of Other Suns. I probably shouldn't say that because the two are not related, but it's been 10 years since we had a book from her. And I'm so glad that we have one and that it was amazing. Like, this was written so well. I was definitely scared to read it because my mental health is very important to me. And y'all, 2020, it's a whole nother beast. The level of pain and ridiculousness that Black people have had to face for centuries and that we're continuously facing, and that 2020 is now compounding in our face constantly, I can't even get into. So I was scared to read it, but I read it and I'm going to reread it. So that lets you know that even though it's heavy topics discussed, it's very important. Like, it's very important. The precipice of Cast is really because Isabel Wilkerson felt like the word racism was not strong enough. She wanted to talk about the origin and the foundation of what our country was built upon and what it currently operates within. It's literally blow for blow, nonfiction facts of the history of our country from the origin to where we are today, and drawn parallels to other caste systems to kind of make that argument, if that makes sense. It's impossible to sum this up in a one-liner, in a quick, concise manner for a wrap-up. Just know that this is very well written. I said it in my standalone review, and I'll say it here, that Isabel Wilkerson, I think she has a writing style that is unmatched. Like, the way that she is able to write nonfiction in such a literary, narrative, beautiful way, even when it's dark and grim, and she somehow sums everything up where it's so clear and hard-hitting. That's a description of its own. I don't know what you would classify her writing style as, but it's definitely distinctive. It's not the same format as The Warmth of Other Suns, so if you're expecting that, don't. But I will say it's a very engaging read. Yeah. Read this. The next book that I'll talk about is You Should See Me in a Crown. Liz Lighty, who is a young teen girl who's applying for colleges, and you know, she was banking on this money coming through, and the money's not coming through. So she still needs to pay for college because she wants to go. And a bright idea. She'll run for prom queen because in her small town, they take prom super serious, where they give scholarships out to the prom king and queen. But you have to run like a full out campaign, and she is going to have to put herself out there, which is very scary for her because she is one of the only Black kids within her school, and she has already been targeted based on her differences. So this makes her scared to do so, and we're navigating that. She has a support system, she has her friends, she has her grandparents, she has a loving brother, but she has her own things that she's going through. But the love romance comes in where a new girl moves to her school, which kind of rocks her world and sends her on a different shift as well. I love this book because it showed like this girl who's finding her own and finding her voice and not cowering in the shadows anymore and really coming into her lights. And Lighty, do it the Lighty way. They say that throughout the book because her name's Liz Lighty. And I feel like that is exactly what the book makes you feel. Like a little smile that some Black girl out there found her light and found her joy. Yeah, I enjoyed the book a lot. So the next book I want to talk about is I Want to Be Where You Are. This is a debut novel, and I solely picked this up because it said Black ballerina. I ain't know nothing about the book, child. But I was like, that sounds happy. And with reading Cass, I needed something happy. um, so I really like this book. It's a young adult romance, go figure. And it's featuring a young ballerina who really wants to go to this audition to try out and to make it into this program with one of her dream instructors. It's loosely based around Alvin Ailey, which I thought was really dope. And the author herself is a former dancer, which brings a whole different perspective because I never did dance. I always wanted to as a young person. Like, you know, I thought that would have been cool, but I decided to do gymnastics. That's neither here nor there. Anyways, I think that perspective was so cool that she was able to tap into that and kind of show us that light, like that lane. And also, I'm not getting into the romance part. She has this kid that she is known for a long time, Eli, her neighbor, next door neighbor, and he annoys the ish out of her. But somehow they end up on this road trip together for her to get to this audition because her mama won't let her go, but she's like, I'm going to go anyways. Of course, on the road trip or this adventure, there's a romance that blossoms, but it's so cool because he's like an artist, she's a dancer, and it's very cute. The only areas where I had to remember, hello, this is a teen romance. You can't ding them for this, but it was frustrating sometimes because I'm like, I want y'all to talk about y'all issues. Y'all can get over this real quick. But even adults, it's hard to talk about your issues sometimes. So there was a lot of frustration, I will say, on my end from that angle. But all in all, the book made me smile. I enjoyed it. And I thought it was a refreshing story and a solid debut. The next book that I'm going to talk about is The Boyfriend Project. Romance this month, it just brought me all the joy. Last month I did a lot of fantasy, this month a lot of romance, and I'm here for it. So The Boyfriend Project centers around Samaya, who is, let's start off here, very entertaining and funny. It is written in, it's contemporary, so it's like the way I'm talking right now. It's just real chill, real funny, and it follows Samaya, who basically got played by this dude. Two other girls got played, all three of them dating the same guy. This is the opening scene. Samaya, Taylor, London. That makes them become friends because they have this commonality. And they make this pact that they are going to focus on their passion project versus boyfriends, you know, and take a break from men. But Samaya got this new cute coworker who just happens to show up, Daniel. So of course she's in a pickle. But it's beyond that because, you know, it's not as simple as some cute guy comes to your job and I just can't be there because I'm in this boyfriend project. No, there's other drama that comes on and he's not exactly what he says he is either. So, of course, you got a little drama and all that other stuff. But what I actually liked the most about this romance wasn't the romance because honestly, I could have cared less if they made it. I was not invested in those two making it at all. I mean, it's cool to have a little chemistry and romance, but I actually was more invested in Samaya's well-being, which I liked. I wanted her and her friends to be okay. I wanted things to go well at her job. I wanted her to find joy and happiness and go after her dreams. She's in the tech world, a male-dominated field. She's a Black woman. It touches on that. Lord, it touched on this white girl who keeps stealing her ideas. It was triggering for me. I've dealt with it, and I thought it was so cool to get that in a romance. It was a good timely read for me. Yeah. I also reread Salvage the Bones by Jesmyn Ward, which I'm just mentioning to you guys. You guys probably saw my standalone review, but I wanted to reread it because it was the 15th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Additionally, the 9th anniversary since the release of this book. And I just felt like it was a timely read to reread. And I'm so glad that I did. I loved it even more the second time around. Check out that standalone if you want to know more. But this follows basically this family or these kids in rural Mississippi over the course of 12 days, with 10 of those days leading up to Hurricane Katrina. And that's where I'll leave it at. It's a really good book. I really love this book a lot. And I talk about it in my standalone. So, what I plan on reading. I actually started Transcendent Kingdom yesterday. I was so excited because my hold from the library came up and I was like, okay, let's get this cracking. And I'm solely excited about this based off of the strength of Homegoing. This is Ya's second novel. Once I heard she had a novel coming out, I was like, let me go ahead and put my hold in, request it, because I already know. It took me forever to get to Homegoing, so to get that hold up, so I wasn't gonna play around this time. So I suggest you do the same. Go ahead and put that hold in if you're getting it from the library. I started it. It's already starting off strong. Homegirl is already starting off strong. I do appreciate. I actually watched Rachel's. I think she did standalone review. I want to say it was a standalone review of the book without spoilers, and she basically was like, it's not the same structure as Homegoing, which I appreciated because I was going into this like, is this the same structure? Because that's what I'm looking for. But even though it's not the same structure, I had my mindset checked for it. It's already starting off with beautiful writing, so I'm excited. And I guess I should talk about what the book's about. The book is actually about a girl who's actually studying neuroscience because she really wants to understand how the brain works, because she has had a lot of different experiences within her life already. Her mother suffers from depression. Her brother suffered from addiction, an opioid addiction. He was prescribed Oxycontin, I believe, and succumbed to that addiction. And it's interesting because she wants to know how the brain works. She talks about how she wasn't interested in psychology. She really wanted to know the science behind that. And also, interestingly enough, it ties in faith. When I tell y'all I did not catch the cover of the book, it's her literally praying. I didn't even know religion was going to be something that was discussed in this book. So that came to me by surprise. But so far it's an interesting read, and I just feel like I've been waiting for this since freaking January, so I'm here for it. So the next book that I look forward to reading, y'all should see I don't know, y'all can probably not see my eyes because that's how excited I am, is When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. Y'all have no idea how hyped I am about this freaking book. My hold, for some reason, I'm number 3. Y'all got more than 3 copies. I need y'all to let this up. I'm about to purchase it. That's where I'm at right now. I have to get my hands on this. Alyssa Cole, I have read pretty much almost all of her romance novels. I have loved everything Alyssa Cole has put out, even her sci-fi exploration. So this being a thriller / horror, I'm so amped for it. So amped. I can't even express it. I hope I don't hype this up and have my expectations way too high. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I know I didn't say what the book's about, but the book is, I hear it touches on like gentrification and all sorts. Y'all, I don't know what the book's about. The book's about Alyssa Cole done wrote a thriller horror. I might need to do a better job, y'all. Don't judge me. Okay, well, anyways, I'll leave you guys there. Love and light, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.